All right, cameraman, where are they? You told me to be here on time. I'm here on time. I'm getting ready. Where are Punk and Cabana?
They're on their way. We'll get the promo in.
Oh, jeez. If they're on their way, I forgot that I have 10 years in the business. They got 10 combined. Hey, Cole, what's up?
Buddy, how you doing? What are you talking to the cameraman for?
Because I have no one else to talk to. Where's Punk?
Hey, what about me?
Oh, sorry. I have him, but what about Punk?
Punk is kind of loco in El Cabeza, if you know what I'm saying, dude. I don't know.
He's just
Chicago, my friend.
What happened in Chicago? I missed it. They didn't book me.
You didn't get booked for that one, dude. The embassy and his eye, dude, he went nuts. He's like gotten in his eyes. He's been going crazy. He went to the doctor. Blue blockers are doing nothing for him, Carino.
Is he gonna be here tonight?
I don't know. He's crazy, man. He just went on his own. He sent me in the building. He kind of did his own thing. I just know I'm here. He said he'll be here tonight. It's not really a big deal. So
We're gonna have 3 matches tonight.
yeah, obviously.
Oh my God.
I'm just giving you the update. 411 here.
All right. I guess it's me and you then.
Rock and roll, man. What? You got one of your dudes with you or what?
Yeah.
Can we fill him in if you don't come? He said he'll be here.
Yeah, he'll be here.
He said he'll be here. All right, man.
All right. Freaking ego he's got. Thanks, man.
Yep. Hey.
Hey.
See you later.
Hey. Yeah.
Hey.
Good times,
All right,
great memories.
Yeah, we'll do good stuff tonight, right?
All right.
You want to just cut the promo, Steve?
Yeah.
Should I get my gear?
You might have to.
All right.
All right. I'm ready. All right.
All right, whenever you're ready.
Tonight's a big night for the Extreme Horsemen. 6-man tournament. The winners of the tournament get to book their own matches. Though CM Punk might be a little crazy and he's hurt, he's got blinded eye or whatever the hell's going on in his life. Colt Cabana, great talent, could be an Extreme Horseman one day. Close. What I worry about is winning the tournament so I can book my own matches. Because I have an agenda. First, more matches for Ricky Landell and Alex Law. Second, a raise. Third, one more time with Homicide. And Homicide, I'm begging you, if you win this tournament and somehow I don't, I'm begging for that request. And the fourth one, world title match. I've been here 3 years, taking some time off, but I'm always in an important match. World title match. So when I win the tournament tonight, the Extreme Horsemen will be in ROH in full force. And I'm not talking just Steve Carino. That's right. Gabe Sapolsky's greatest nightmare, C.W. Anderson, and Simon Diamond will make their debuts in ROH when I'm running the show. Tonight is the night of the Extreme Horsemen.
We are Don and Marcos and El Generico, and tonight in the 6-man tournament, we're going to keep the momentum going from last week in Scramble Cage. And Carnage Crew, we're sorry we had to do what we had to do, but we had to take advantage of the opportunity, just like we're going to do tonight.
Welcome to Philadelphia. The date is March 5th, 2005. You are about to witness Ring of Honor's first ever 6-man tag team tournament. You'll see 8 big teams compete tonight. Each member of the winning team gets to book their own match. I'm supposed to be joined by CM Punk. My name is Jimmy Bauer. Punk is missing in action, which is odd since his students are coming into the ring now. They were granted a spot in this tournament. The odds are against them though, as they face Generation Next. first-round matches. And, well, look who's decided to join me. CM Punk, welcome to the broadcast booth.
I'm going to be a man of very few words right here, Jimmy Bowers. My kids are about to lock up with Generation Next. You see, I'm in one of those famous CM Punk moods.
Well, Punk, I don't blame you. The last time we saw you, you were sprayed in the eyes with bug spray by the embassy, and your girlfriend, Tracy Brooks, was given the rave clash by Jimmy Rave.
Yeah, it definitely hasn't been a good week for CM Punk.
How's your eyesight, Punk?
My eyesight is horrible, actually. I got about 80% vision in my left eye, and I'm not allowed to wear contacts. I got a scratched cornea. I got a pulled hamstring. I got a beat-up girlfriend, and I got a very large chip on my shoulder. I've been looking for Jimmy Rave since I got here. A lot of people think I'm MIA, but I just gave my students some last-minute advice. I'm not turning my backs on them like they just turned their backs on Generation Next.
Well, that was a rookie mistake right there. You can't blame them. They turned their backs against a dangerous team like Generation Next. Austin Aries, your ROH World Champion. Jack Evans and Roderick Strong taking it to the first graduating class of the ROH Wrestling School. That's Anthony Franco getting chopped by Roderick Strong and military pressed. Here comes Shane Hagedorn, big backbreaker.
Now, it's clear that they don't have the edge and experience, but I think the referee needs to gain a little bit of control of this match here.
It's six-man action as we have Davey Andrews now. No, he reverses things. Nice German with the bridge. There's that high flying from Jack Evans. I mean, the big mistake here was turning their backs on Generation Next. I guess that they'll have to learn that lesson the hard way.
Well, these kids all got big targets on their chest because they are my students. Imagine all the people that hate me. That hate pretty much got transferred to all these kids, but they're all tough.
That will be it. CM Punk, you're up next. I already see you wearing your tights.
Pulled hamstring, bad eyesight. No, I'm ready for my match.
underway in a hurry in this one. CM Punk wasting no time in going after Jimmy Rave. I'm joined right now by Dave Prazak making his ROH commentary debut. And it looks like you're throwing right into the fire, Dave.
Well, no doubt about it, CM Punk wants to get his hands on the Embassy for what they did to him. I've never seen a fire lit under his ass like right now.
We have CM Punk, Colt Cabana, and Steve Corino against Jimmy Rave, Oman Tortuga, and the Weapon of Mass Destruction number 3. The winner of this match will face Generation Next, but I don't know if the winner is going to be in any kind of shape for a second round match the way this is going.
Yeah, this isn't a wrestling match. You see CM Punk with a chair in hand, Jimmy Rave chased into the ring. He's going to do everything in his power to get away from CM Punk, but he's got a lot of people to worry about at ringside.
It looks like the Weapon of Mass Destruction just clipped Punk right out that bad leg. Jimmy Rave taking advantage of Punk being down.
Just pounding away at the head.
Jimmy Rave blinded CM Punk last week in his own hometown of Chicago. He put out CM Punk's girlfriend Tracy Brooks with the Rave Clash. Punk's coming for revenge. Jimmy Rave, what a weekend he had last weekend in the Midwest in Dayton and Chicago, pinning AJ Styles and CM Punk in the same weekend.
The Weapon of Mass Destruction number 3 trying to go to work on the leg of CM Punk, extends the hand, in comes Oman Tortuga.
Hopefully the Weapon of Mass Destruction number 3 will fare a little better than the first 2 Weapons of Mass Destruction, who weren't very impressive. Oman Tortuga, one half of the Outcast Killers. His partner Diablo Santiago currently out with an injury.
Irish whip, CM Punk set across the ring. Tortuga comes charging with the lariat in the corner. And a little bit of showboating, and connects once again. They get 3 this time. Punk gets the boot up right into the face.
Yeah, you see Punk hobbling though. That leg is definitely bothering him, especially after getting clipped earlier.
Nice Northern Lights suplex right there, but only 2. Going right after that leg of CM Punk, and he doesn't have his eyesight completely back. You know that he's banged up, but you also know that he's going to be very aggressive. He's very determined to get some revenge here tonight.
Notice once again Jimmy Rave striking only when CM Punk is down, rubbing Punk's face into the mat.
Just aggravating that eye injury, and again in comes the Masked Man as Jimmy Rave just holds CM Punk for the drop kick right to the face.
Did you hear anything, Dave, about Prince Nana having to raise taxes at Ghana to pay for this new Weapon of Mass Destruction?
Wow, he must be an impressive athlete, as now he's got him horse collared. Takes him over, putting more pressure on that leg.
The Embassy definitely isolating the weakness of CM Punk. Prince Nana has the whole bankroll of Ghana, West Africa behind him, and he has spent that money on Jimmy Rave, on this weapon. And CM Punk now, Pepsi twist.
So much for the Weapon of Mass Destruction right now as he struggles to work toward his corner as Prince Nana encourages him on. Punk needs to make the tag, and he does. In comes Steve Corino. Going to work on all members of the Embassy here. Corino with Jimmy Rave, sent to the ropes, and connects with the back heel kick. In comes Tortuga, gets caught. Corino with the boot to the midsection, and the Masked Man as well. Combination maneuver on both members of the Embassy. Goes for the cover, but Rave breaks it up.
Very nice stunner DDT combination by Steve Corino.
Connects with the leg sweep, does the Weapon of Mass Destruction number 3, but this time Colt Cabana in to break it up.
Referee Mike Keener doing a good job getting Cabana out of the ring. Great to have Keener back in ROH.
Corino legally tags Colt Cabana into the matchup. Going to town on all members of the Embassy. He's got Tortuga now, sent to the ropes. Leapfrog from Cabana, and the butt from behind. And Punk tags himself in. Jimmy Rave trying to get out of dodge, but Punk grabs hold of him and has him backed into the corner, but the Weapon of Mass Destruction to his aid. Now we got all 6 men in the ring.
CM Punk going straight for Jimmy Rave. I don't think he's interested in anything else tonight. I don't think he cares about being able to book himself in his own matches if he wins this tournament. He just wants revenge on Jimmy Rave, and who can blame him?
And just pounding away on Jimmy Rave, trying to cover up in the corner.
I'm gonna fucking kill you! You fucking understand me? You're a fucking dead man! You're fucking dead!
Punk making it very clear his intentions towards Jimmy Rave.
Rave back to his feet, but mistimed right there. Big boot for Tortuga. And again, Jimmy Rave scoots under the bottom rope to get away from CM Punk.
Looks like Rave and Nana are out of here.
Weapon of mass destruction number 3 gets planted in the center of the ring. Punk with the cover. No, he's got the Anaconda Visory. He's going for it, cranking away on the head.
It's a variation of it. The weapon taps. This one's over. CM Punk, Colt Cabana, and Steve Corino advancing to take on Generation Next. And Punk's not letting go of the hold. He snapped.
Tonight marks the first inaugural ROH six-man tournament. To the winner goes the spoils of booking any match you want. So you see, the stakes have been raised, and everybody here has something at stake. For me, I get to book myself in any match I want, and that's the first step in me becoming the first ROH Grand Slam champion. Hell, everybody's got something at stake. Tell them, Wardell.
All I care about is our team winning the first round and Homicide's team in the first round, so we can fight in the second round. That's all I want. That's all I need tonight.
Hey, guys, come here. Jay Lethal's been messed up really bad. Come here, damn it. Come on. Jay, what happened?
Somebody hit me.
Who hit you? Jay, goddammit, who hit you?
I don't know.
Who the fuck hit him? Shit!
Hey, we'll get you help, man. We'll get you help. We'll get you help.
First round action. Dunn and Marcos, the Ring Crew Express, teaming up with El Generico against the Rottweilers of Homicide, their leader, Ricky Reyes and Rocky Romero, the former ROH Tag Team Champions. And of course, you always have to watch out for Julius Smokes in their corner, as we have Marcos, nice arm drag there. Ricky Reyes to his feet, backing off into the corner. And here comes a very angry individual, CM Punk. What were you doing with the weapon of mass destruction there? The match was over.
What was I doing with the weapon of mass destruction? I was simply making an example out of the weapon of mass destruction. See, I'm trying to send a message to Jimmy Rave, who ran like a little schoolgirl, and I can't seem to find him anywhere right now. So I might as well come back to the broadcast booth and do what I get paid to do, which is commentate.
What do you mean you couldn't find him anywhere? What were you going to do?
To Jimmy Rave, I was going to break his arm. I was going to take his eye out. I was going to do anything I could to hurt him.
Well, I don't want to take away from this match anymore, as Marcos is looking good here against Reyes. Another pinning combination, just a 2 count.
You got 3 of the goofiest looking guys in Ring of Honor, and they happen to be wrestling the Cinderella story of El Generico and the Ring Crew Express. I got you there, Bauer, didn't I? You thought I was talking about them.
You got it. Well, you know, I got to say the Ring Crew Express, they are lucky to be in this tournament tonight. In fact, they earned their way into this tournament tonight. They won Scramble Cage on the 3rd anniversary celebration week, part 1, and as a result, they got 10 times their normal pay, and they took the Carnage Crew spot in this tournament. The Carnage Crew of Logan DeVito lost that match. As a result, they are out of Ring of Honor for 90 days. Here comes El Generico. He is one of the new prospects that Ring of Honor is looking at, in addition to guys like Moriel Walker, Puma, who we saw last weekend, Kevin Steen, B-Boy. ROH looking at the hottest prospects in wrestling right now.
Lots of great hold-for-hold wrestling going on in this one right now. So far, the only Rottweiler to be in this match is Rick Noon. Tags to his partner, Rocky Romero, both skilled in striking and submission wrestling. It looks like they're going to go to work on the arm of El Generico.
Punk, I hate to take attention away from this match one more time, but after what we just saw in that last match, how is your leg feeling?
Well, my leg doesn't feel like it's all there. That's why it's wrapped up. I'm going to have to wrap it up one more time after that last match. The only thing that makes me, that keeps me standing right now is my hatred for Jimmy Rave. El Generico off the ropes and eats an elbow. I'm doing my best to try to focus on this match, though, Bauer. It seems every single time I'm here and I'm in this booth, I got something else to talk about besides the match that's going on. And I want to give all 6 guys right here the credit they deserve. All tremendous talents.
El Generico looking sharp there.
Nice Mexican arm drag.
He's taking it to Rocky Romero, who is well-versed in Mexican-style wrestling. Romero holding onto the ropes, though. Look at that, nice trip by El Generico.
Romero, CMLL light heavyweight champion.
Generico taking it to him. 2 count only. When you're talking about El Generico, you're talking about a guy that's trying to earn his spot in ROH. And can you imagine if the Ring Crew Express and El Generico win this tournament? I mean, Generico would earn a job right there in one night as Homicide tags in.
If they want to win this tournament, they got to beat possibly the 3 toughest guys in Ring of Honor. And you got Homicide right here from the streets. Ricky and Romero from the LA Dojo. All these guys know how to wrestle. All these guys know how to brawl. Take it from me. I've been in the ring with all of them.
Kevin Dunn taking it to Homicide right now. Very impressive. A drop kick. Down goes the Dawn of the Rottweilers. Of course, Homicide embedded in that violent feud with American Dragon Bryan Danielson as Marcos comes in and they are working on the arm of Homicide.
And those 2 definitely have the potential to collide in this match, depending on how the win and losses go.
If the Rottweilers win and Bryan Danielson's team win, they will collide in the 2nd round. It'll be interesting to see what kind of match that any of these men would want if they win this tournament. Big DDT by Homicide. And the Bluebirds are out in Philly, and rightfully so when it comes to Homicide.
Oh, you hear them voice their displeasure.
Right now, the Rottweilers are in control. And this is a very tough spot if you're Marcos, because these guys are proficient in tag team wrestling. Big kick there by Reyes. They are not going to make many mistakes in a tournament like this. There's a reason Reyes and Romero were champions for about 6 months.
It all boils down to how tenacious they are. You know, in some circles, people might call these guys pit bulls. It's exactly what they are. They don't quit. They don't stop. You hear that right there, getting barked at, shouting stuff.
You always have to watch out for Julius Smokes in the corner of the Rottweilers, as he's played factors in many of their matches. It's something that's really disgusting. That is not what Ring of Honor is about, yet Julius Smokes continues to interfere, continues to break the Code of Honor. The Rottweilers have no respect for the Code of Honor, and look at Romero there.
He's very proud of himself.
That's painful and insulting.
Man is defenseless in a tree of woe, and he's kicking him in the mush. Homicide tag back in. Looks like we got a triple team maneuver being set up right here. In the far side, Marcos whipped in. Big lariat, and right here we got vintage Rottweilers.
That's what this trios tournament is all about, tag team action like we just witnessed.
It's going to be interesting to see who winds up in the finals of this tournament. Naturally, I'm going to have to say the Second City Saints are going to be there. But the second team, I'd say it's up for grabs, but I could potentially be looking at who I'm facing in the finals.
No doubt about that, and of course you've had your war against the Rottweilers in the past. You see Homicide just taunting Generico and done. Teasing that Marcos could make the tag and cut him off in the last second.
Well, he was wise to keep himself in between his partners and Marcos. So if he did scramble to make that tag, he could easily put his weight on the man.
Homicide now is just ripping at the face of Marcos. I believe I see a little blood coming from the mouth of Marcos. One of those kicks might have busted open his mouth. Homicide trying to tear at that cut. Homicide so methodical.
He's definitely in control right here. Body slam with authority, and it looks like Homicide is on the apron. He's going upstairs.
He misses. That might have saved Marcos. Can he make the tag though?
Marcos is crawling to the wrong corner. He's through Homicide's legs and he tags.
Here comes Generico. Big cross body. Paul Turner just a 2 count. Look at that Rocky Romero right there.
Complete disregard for the rules.
Turner's got to do something about that. Look at Generico. Backbreaker. He continues to frustrate the Rottweilers.
Nice combo of kicks. 1, 2.
That might have been the chance of the Ring Crew Express as you see the blood trickling from the mouth of Marcos. Let's see, can Generico put Homicide away? This would be the upset of the year. Homicide up and over. Oh, big Larry to the back of the head. Oh, he takes off Generico's head. Cover. The Rottweilers advance.
Prazak back here in the booth as Jimmy Bauer had to step out to use the bathroom. CM Punk, two very interesting teams in this next matchup, namely the two experienced wrestlers of American Dragon Bryan Danielson and Samoa Joe, teaming with a newcomer here to Ring of Honor, one of the top prospects in wrestling today, Wardell Walker.
Well, it seems only fitting that on the night of trios, we have three color commentators. Count them, three, Dave Prazak. And right now, I'm no stranger to doing a little bit of commentary with you, so let's just do our thing, as all 6 men in this contest are surely going to do theirs.
6 men all looking for title shots coming up here. Of course, Spanky and James Gibson forming their team after a very impressive matchup against one another in Dayton, Ohio. Selected Nigel McGuinness, a guy with a lot of size, to take on Samoa Joe, who they certainly will have to battle in terms of the difference in size in this contest.
Well, it seems both these teams have been put together with a lot of strategy involved. I mean, Wardell's kind of a wild card. Not a whole lot of people know a lot about him. They haven't seen him that much, but Joe saw enough in him to pick him to be on this team. Nigel has been selected to not only offset Joe's size, but also maybe counter a little bit of the British stylings of a One American Dragon.
And what an opportunity this is for Wardell Walker. Just the rub of teaming with two established athletes such as Samoa Joe and Bryan Danielson. And if he could come up with a victory in this tournament, that skyrockets him, to the top of Ring of Honor.
Well, that's what Ring of Honor is always about. I mean, if you think about it, not too long ago, a lot of people didn't know who Austin Aries was. We could very well see Wardell Walker come out of this match with some sort of a title shot.
Spanky takes out the legs from Walker, front chancery applied as Walker works his way back up to his feet, jockeying for position right here as Walker backs him into his own corner, tags in Bryan Danielson.
Enough of Wardell Walker right there. Tags in James Gibson. Quick arm drag. Browns, American Dragon, both men back up to their feet. You hear that crowd? You hear that?
They are primed to see a classic between these two of the best scientific wrestlers in Ring of Honor today, and very cautious here as they lock up for the first time.
Well, the person who makes the first mistake in a match like this is probably going to be on the losing team.
Bryan Danielson looking for the Greco-Roman knuckle lock here.
Interestingly enough, Prazak, if Wardell Walker could come out of this match with a title shot, he could go after the pure title, which is something that later tonight Jay Lethal is vying for. Jay Lethal being Samoa Joe's protege. Oddly enough, Samoa Joe kind of taking Wardell under his wing after their match on 219, much like he did Jay Lethal. Seems Samoa Joe's got a thing for the young kids.
Yeah, trying to help them out, trying to give them some opportunities in professional wrestling and help them develop as wrestlers, as still holding onto the Greco-Roman knuckle lock. One hand kicked away as now Gibson in command. Danielson rolls through and connects with the drop kick, taking Gibson down and out to the floor.
Two guys that know each other very well have a counter and a reversal for everything they can throw at each other. As you see the look on Gibson's face right there is, okay, you got me. You got me the one time, but next time I'm going to get you. He scored with that drop kick. Gibson now cautiously getting back into the ring.
And Danielson awaiting the return of James Gibson, extends the hand, and in comes the former Ring of Honor World Champion, Samoa Joe.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you need an introduction to Samoa Joe, well, you're talking to the right guy. Joe can do it all. He's quick, he's deceptively agile, he hits very hard, and in there right now with him is Nigel McGuinness. You know a little something about Nigel, Dave. Why don't you explain to the people exactly who Nigel McGuinness is?
A master of the European style of wrestling. These are the two largest men in this matchup. Going hold for hold with Samoa Joe, but take nothing away from Nigel's power in that ring as well. He can strike as well as he wraps the legs around Joe's head, takes him over with those legs wrapped around the head and the neck of Samoa Joe. And he's got his shoulders down on the canvas there for a near fall. Todd Sinclair getting right in there.
Another interesting thing about the Indie Dream Team right here is all of them are vying for title shots. And I do believe all of them are vying for the same title. It seems everybody's trying to go after that world title. I mean, a lot of people might not think Nigel is deserving of such a shot, but he's taken Joe to the limit, and he's beaten Homicide in this very building, I believe, which is an impressive feat. It's unfortunately not something I can say I've done.
Floating over the body of Samoa Joe and grabbing the side headlock as Joe works his way back to his feet, the cravat around the head and the neck of Samoa Joe, but he works his way out of it and sweeps the leg of Nigel McGuinness. You can see the expression of pain on his face right there as Samoa Joe traps him in the camel clutch. And rocks back with it, pressure on the back, on the neck, and Joe just really sitting back with that.
And you see American Dragon right there.
Spanky getting in the ring, putting the boots to Samoa Joe to break it up. As he grabs Nigel, pulls him toward his corner, and in comes Danielson once again. Connects with the headbutt right to the back of McGuinness.
Well, he saw that Joe open up Nigel with that camel clutch. The American Dragon's going to pick apart the lower back of Nigel McGuinness.
Snapmares Nigel out of the corner, grabs the chin lock, but no, Nigel right into the wrist lock. Quickly maneuvering out of Danielson's attempt, and back in control for the moment. Danielson back to his feet. Rolling forward on the wrist lock, bridging back. Doing his best to counter two excellent technical wrestlers going at it right here, as now Danielson with control of the arm of the British competitor.
Putting pressure on that shoulder socket of Nigel McGuinness. Nigel, a thinking man's wrestler, does another one of his British escapes and goes right back to that wrist lock.
The game of human chess is now Nigel pulling Danielson toward his corner, and in comes Spanky. Going to work on the arm of Bryan Danielson, just clubbing away on that arm, keeping him down on the canvas, putting his body weight into the hold as well.
I'm still in awe of the amount of talent that is in this ring right now. I mean, this match alone is a main event in any arena across the United States. I mean, think about it. You have 6 of the top independent wrestlers. Spanky and American Dragon have had a rivalry going on for many, many years, and I think this is probably the first time they have been in a ring together in quite some time.
The side headlock takeover there by Danielson, cranking up on the head of Spanky as referee Todd Sinclair gets in there to check on his condition. And don't forget, we have a lot of established wrestlers, and we do have Wardell Walker on that apron right now, getting a great opportunity in this match.
Well, you better believe that Joe is giving him some pointers, telling him what to watch for. He's probably making sure Wardell keeps his eyes open and pays attention to the match.
And it's a lot of confidence being shown by Danielson and Samoa Joe, selecting Walker as their partner. They must see a lot in this kid.
Bridge break attempt by Spanky. 3 times and nothing. American Dragon has a very, very strong bridge. Back up to a vertical base. Monkey flips Spanky over. Releases the Greco-Roman knuckle lock. Sunset flip attempt.
Oh, only a near fall right there. And Spanky quickly turning around, and Danielson's ready for him.
You see right there Gibson with words of encouragement to Spanky on the far side. American Dragon tags into Wardell Walker.
And Spanky making the tag as well. Gibson coming back into the ring. You see how this top prospect, many people have pegged him to go very far. That 2005 will be the year of Wardell Walker in professional wrestling. And this is a good chance for him to show exactly what he's capable of with 3 men very well established in professional wrestling today.
He's definitely in there with one of the best light heavyweights in the world right now in James Gibson. Both men still jockeying for position. Gibson with a key lock takedown right to the head scissors. You hear Joe. Shouting words of encouragement, instruction maybe.
And now Walker with a shot to the back of Gibson, pulled into a neutral corner. Referee looking for a clean break, but Gibson going to work on the leg now, kicking away at the knee of Wardell Walker.
It's almost like that blue knee sleeve is almost a target.
Just driving the elbow down into the leg and pulling Walker toward the corner. As Nigel McGuinness with the assist, Gibson off the ropes now and comes down on that knee with tremendous force.
Winner of this match is going to face the Rottweilers in round 2. And once again, right there, Dave, that's one hell of a matchup. Either team coming out of this with a victory has to wrestle Homicide and the Rottweilers.
And you know, if Homicide and American Dragon step in the ring with one another yet again, we will see even more devastation in the ring, courtesy of the notorious 187.
Devastation and innovation right there by Nigel McGuinness, snapmaring the man in such a way that his leg hit the bottom rope. Very nice maneuver.
Nigel with forearms across the back of Wardell Walker, European uppercut, trying to stay on his feet. The corner sort of saved him from going down to the canvas on that hold, but Wardell firing back. Double strike across the chest.
And he just gets cleared out by Nigel McGuinness.
Reversal of the whip. Nigel takes the buckle, gets the boot up into the chest of Wardell Walker, turns around. Nigel off the second, leapfrogs over Walker, and a headstand in the corner from McGuinness. Spanky in, takes Walker down with the lariat. This brings James Gibson into the ring, sends Danielson to the floor. Samoa Joe takes Nigel off his perch. No, he moved out of the way and connects with a kick on Samoa Joe.
And it's breaking down in Philadelphia. Joe's down, Wardell's down.
Nigel McGuinness standing tall as he's got Samoa Joe in the corner. Another European uppercut from McGuinness. Strikes across the chest of Samoa Joe.
Nigel trying to wear out the former champ. These two met in Boston, and it all begins.
And again, Nigel McGuinness with that headstand in the corner, and Walker comes charging with the dropkick, taking him off his perch, goes for the cover, referee, turn around! Oh, only 2.
Wardell's still the legal man and showing that even he can learn at a fast pace, helping out his mentor Samoa Joe there when the time needed him to.
Some solid kicks to the legs of Nigel McGuinness right there, as now Walker plants him in the center of the ring with the slam. Standing moonsault down across the chest, hooks that leg, but no, only 2.
Showing his athleticism, but still looks a little lost in the ring. You hear Joe right there tell him to bring him over to the corner. He needs to possibly capitalize quicker or pick a body part and go to town. And that's exactly why Joe said, tag me in, kid.
Well, a tournament like this is a learning experience for Wardell Walker as he develops as a wrestler, as now Samoa Joe with a solid forearm strike to McGuinness has him down and slumped against the ropes. Pulling him back to his feet. Face first into the turnbuckle goes McGuinness.
Somebody's got a dirty face, Dave Prazak. Possibly some bad teeth as well. He is British.
And Samoa Joe gets a running start, but Nigel saw it coming and connects with James Gibson.
It appeared right there that Gibson dropped off the apron and moved Nigel. Great teamwork shown by, wait a second.
We got an airplane spin in the center of the ring.
I think Spanky wanted to sit there and laugh for a little bit. He's in there with Samoa Joe right now, and he's off and running.
I hope Bryan Danielson comes to his senses, man, as now it's a chasing game on the floor. Spanky trying to run away from Samoa Joe, pulls a photographer in the way.
Wait a second.
Joe just tosses her out of the way, Spanky back inside and pounding away on the back of Samoa Joe. Off the ropes comes Spanky, right into the power slam. senton down across the chest of Spanky, but Gibson breaks it up.
Gibson in there lightning fast. How many times do you see a 270-pounder do a back senton?
Wardell Walker tagged back in once again, kicking away at the chest of Spanky.
The always excitable Wardell Walker shoots Spanky in. Spanky with a wheelbarrow roll-up attempt.
Kick to the midsection.
Ocean Cyclone suplex, goes for the cover, hooks the far leg. Spanky uses his momentum to roll through the pinning attempt.
Walker trying to capitalize right here. Full Nelson applied. Going for the Dragon suplex. Spanky maneuvers his way into the ropes to force a break.
Spanky's fighting for his life in there.
Walker with the double strike across the chest. And once again, but Spanky firing back. Drives Spanky into the turnbuckle. Samoa Joe tags himself back in. Knee strikes now in the corner for Spanky.
Spanky needs to tag out and quick. The size difference here is much too strong. Vintage Samoa Joe.
Off the ropes he comes and drives the knee down into the side of the head of Spanky. Joe with the cover, but in comes Nigel to break it up. Spanky trying to reach to make the tag. Samoa Joe very wisely pulling him away from his own corner and tags in Bryan Danielson, dropping the knee himself.
Well, it seems they're doing a successful job of cutting the ring in half right now.
Twisting away on the leg of Spanky. Danielson rolls him on his chest.
You know what he's setting up for right here, this surfboard.
Trying to grab hold of the arms of Spanky. He tried to fight it off, but Danielson has him in his grasp. Rocking back and forth, and all the way back, putting pressure on several body parts all at once.
Wardell and Joe in, knocking their opponents off the apron so they can't make a save. And you know, for a guy with a bad hamstring like myself, I look at a hold like that, and it hurts even me.
Gibson comes in with the drop kick to break it up. As now Danielson tags in Walker once again, holding Spanky for him. As he immediately has his arms butterflied here. Submission predicament as Todd Sinclair asks Spanky if he needs to give it up. Still cranking away on this hold.
Almost a reverse full Nelson, and he wisely rolling back into his corner.
And driving knees into the chest as well.
Rolls one more time, but finds himself in the ropes.
Hold broken, Spanky trying to crawl toward his corner. Walker pulling Spanky back, extends the arm, and tags in Danielson once again.
1, 2.
Danielson and Spanky both trained together at the Texas Wrestling Academy where Shawn Michaels was running the show. So they do know each other extensively well, both wrestle in Japan a lot. And you see right there the fire in Spanky.
Trying to fight his way out of this corner and make his way to Nigel McGuinness and James Gibson, but driven right back into the corner once again. Danielson knocks Nigel off the apron, and Spanky drops Danielson face first to the canvas, makes the tag. In comes James Gibson.
Here's a pissed off redneck, ducks Wardell, drop kicks Joe low, Joe off the apron, swinging neckbreaker by James Gibson.
He's got Wardell Walker sent to the ropes, meets nothing but the forearm of Gibson.
Snap suplex attempt scores. James Gibson's a house of fire.
Danielson stomping away at the back to break up the pin attempts. Headbutt from American Dragon. Gibson backed into the rope. High-risk dive right there, as now Danielson poised for something high impact himself. But no, Nigel pulls down on that top rope, and he goes out to the floor.
A lot of smart wrestling going on right now. Wardell down in the center of the ring. James Gibson climbing to that top rope. He's perched.
I don't know if Walker knows where he's at. Kick right upside the head of Wardell Walker by Gibson. Lateral press. Now he kicks out.
Looks like Gibson slipped off the top rope right there, Dave Prazak. It's pro wrestling. Anything can happen. Gibson caught with an over the head, belly to belly by Wardell Walker.
We're seeing just what Wardell Walker is made of right here as he takes another chance. Springboard moonsault off the second rope.
But in my opinion, showing his inexperience, He's beaten and he's bruised. He needs to tag out. He needs to tag to a fresh man.
Going for the hip toss, no. Catches Gibson. Gibson's got the head of Vordell Walker, and Samoa Joe in to break it up. Walker drives Gibson into the turnbuckle.
You see right here Joe trying to suplex Gibson. Gibson once again goes low on the Monster Joe.
Driving the knees into the side of the head. Running knee this time sends Joe down. Gibson in control of the matchup for the moment. He's got Walker and Samoa Joe down.
The Indie Dream Team has been very successful in neutralizing the former champion, and it seems they got the right man in the ring. They want to take Vordell apart.
He's got Gibson and tosses him overhead. Walker crawling toward Gibson.
And as I said earlier, yeah, he doesn't need to make a cover here. He needs to make a tag.
Very wisely. There we go. Now we got Bryan Danielson coming back into the ring. Pulls Gibson up. Another European uppercut. Pulling him back to his feet and connects with yet another. No, this time trying to get the backslide on Danielson. Jockeying for position. Saito suplex from Gibson. Right on his neck.
American Dragon clutching the back of his head. Gibson closest to his corner. Who's going to tag first?
We got a fresh Nigel McGuinness, a fresh Spanky on the apron. Both men are worn down from this high-impact action thus far. Tag to Nigel McGuinness. Grabs hold of the single-headed knuckle lock and drives the arm of Danielson down to the mat. Ow! Again going to work on that arm. Hammer lock, DDT. Driving the shoulder of Danielson down into the mat.
I believe Nigel likes to call that the key lock driver. There's good reason for that. The man is in a key lock and he's just driven straight into the canvas. Now Nigel, almost relentless, shoots American Dragon into the turnbuckle. Gets a boot in his face for his trouble.
Second turnbuckle, a leaping European uppercut off the second from Bryan Danielson. Nigel might be out. Nigel might be out. Danielson rolls him over. Hooks that leg. No, Nigel kicks out.
All 6 men letting it all hang out right here, and this is what Ring of Honor is about. The athleticism, the excitement, the European uppercuts.
And Nigel firing back. It's dueling European uppercuts in the center of the ring right here. Competition gives Nigel McGuinness the energy to connect with Danielson, but can't keep him down for 3. Nigel slowly pulling Danielson back up.
Dave Prazak, I hate to do this at a time like this. I really want to see who's going to win as we got a cattle mutilation attempt. Nigel tags Spanky with his foot almost.
Can he take him over? Yes, cattle mutilation cinched in, but Spanky up top. Frog splash down across the midsection of Danielson. Samoa Joe in to break it up.
Dave, you gotta let me know what happens. I got another match to get ready
you have
for.
to worry about yourself.
I definitely want to see who's gonna win this. I'm gonna hand this back over to Jimmy Bauer.
Swats away the dropkick attempt to Spanky, and look, Samoa Joe just going to work.
This has been a heck of a match, Dave Prazak. I've been enjoying it.
Samoa Joe staying on his feet. Back heel kick finally takes him down to one knee.
He's going for sliced bread, Dave.
And he hit it. No, Samoa Joe blocks it. He's going to choke him out. He's got him. He's got the choke. Can he hang in there? No, he taps. He taps.
Walker and Danielson right there to make sure no one can save Spanky. What a match. It'll be difficult for any match in this tournament to be better than this one. Wow, what a contest.
Samoa Joe, Bryan Danielson, and Vordell Walker with their hands raised. They move on in the tournament.
They will be faced with the Rottweilers.
gentlemen, now the moment you've all been waiting for.
I figure on such an occasion of a tournament of trios where three people are all fighting for one common cause, and my tag partner is Steve Corino, that I would make a list of my own. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you a list by Colt Cabana of people that I would like to have a three-way with.
Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. Madonna and Cher. Ginger and Marianne. Bertha Faye and Alondra Blaze. Hank Bundy and Marcy Darcy. Hillary and Chelsea Clinton. Kelly Kapowski and Lisa Turtle. Lillian Garcia and Mike McGurk. The Glamour Girls. The Gilmore Girls. The Gastineau Girls. The Spice Girls. The Nitro Girls. And any girls that have gone wild. The Jumping Bomb Angels. Charlie's Angels. The Olsen Twins. The Sweet Valley High Twins. The Black Chicks from Sister Sister. The Duff Sisters. The Pointer Sisters. Any two hot nuns. B. Arthur and Estelle Getty. Suzanne Summers, circa Three's Company, and Suzanne Summers, circa Step by Step. Dark
for the first of 2 semifinal matches. We have Generation Next, ROH World Champion Austin Aries, Jack Evans and Roderick Strong taking on Steve Corino, CM Punk, who I have to commend his professionalism, but as Dave Prazak can attest to, he is definitely in a different zone tonight. And Colt Cabana, a lot of history between these 6 men. Steve Corino and Roderick Strong had that issue. Of course, that capped off in a great match at the 3rd anniversary celebration week, part 1. Colt Cabana and Austin Aries stealing the show with that steel cage match for the world title. Colt Cabana just a half a second away. CM Punk making a mockery out of Jack Evans. He has had his problems with Generation Next. So many issues in this one. I can't wait to see what's going to happen.
Well, this is already an intriguing matchup, as even more is added to it with just the mean streak in CM Punk right now, wanting to get revenge on Jimmy Rave, on the Embassy. You know that he's determined tonight, and he is in a little bit of a different mood. Sure, he's been doing commentary, trying to help this DVD here tonight, but you know that his mind is elsewhere. His mind is on Jimmy Rave. His mind is on revenge.
Punk, he seems almost manic tonight. You see him laughing there before, making fun of Jack Evans, and then the next second he's in this uncontrollable rage. That's another issue for another time, as we have Steve Corino squaring off against the ROH World Champion. Austin Aries has been such a great champion so far. Of course, people will be talking about that world title steel cage match against Colt Cabana for a long time. And then Aries defeating Samoa Joe last week in Chicago to end the 3rd anniversary celebration week in another spectacular match.
Clean break on the ropes from Aries, as Corino just sort of sneers in his general direction. A little bit of applause for himself.
Of course, Corino and CM Punk have that odd friendship, that competitive rivalry. That could be something to keep an eye on in this bout. Corino and Punk have tagged up to take on Generation Next before.
Collar and elbow tie up in the center of the ring as Austin Aries grabs the side headlock on Steve Corino. Referee Mike Keener getting in there to check on it, sees the hair pull and warns Aries about that. Or Corino, excuse me.
I've just been handed a note. We will have an update with Jay Lethal at intermission. Of course, you saw he was attacked by an unknown assailant earlier tonight. We will get an update from Jay Lethal himself, see if he's ready to go for that pure title match at intermission after this bout.
A little bit of trash talk in the center of this ring. And Aries the first one to strike. Corino fires right back. And dueling forearm shots right here between Aries and Corino.
Corino is a man who plans to make the most of it if he wins this tournament. He says he wants to book himself in title matches. He even wants to bring in C.W. Anderson and Simon Diamond. I don't want to see that. Nice Northern Lights bomb.
Big roaring elbow there from Austin Aries. Corino back to his feet though and takes him down.
STO scores from Corino.
Both men holding the back of their heads, realizing just what kind of competition they're in for here in this matchup. As Corino works his way back toward the corner of CM Punk and Colt Cabana.
We have Cabana coming in. You know he wants Aries. He'd love to get his hands on the world champion again. How frustrating must it be for Colt Cabana? Literally, instead of scaling down the cage, he just had to free fall off the top of the cage, and he'd be ROH world champion tonight, as he's set to square off with the powerhouse of Generation Next, Roderick Strong.
And Cabana having a little fun here tonight. Locking up with Roderick Strong in the center of the ring. Roderick going after the arm of Cabana. Twisting away, holding onto the wrist lock.
Roderick Strong calls himself the Messiah, the backbreaker. So many dangerous backbreakers. Have very high potent arsenal.
Cabana rolling through though, still holding onto the wrist of Roderick Strong.
Well, Cabana proved in Dayton last week that he is quite proficient in the European-style wrestling.
Going hold for hold with Nigel McGuinness.
A great match last week in Dayton and part 2 of our 3rd anniversary celebration week.
Cabana just fine-tuning his own repertoire, adding the British styles. We see the cravat around the head and the neck of Roderick Strong.
It should be noted that Colt Cabana and Nigel McGuinness will be getting a tag team title shot next week in Woodbridge, Connecticut against champions Dan Moff and BJ Whitmer, since they scored that non-title win with Bobby the Brain Heenan in their corner last week in Chicago. Of course, Moff and Whitmer were managed by Jim Cornette.
Cabana going after that wrist of Roderick Strong, trying to turn it around on Cabana, and he does. Cabana rolling through on the wrist lock, trying to spread the legs of Roderick Strong, wraps his feet around the head of Strong.
Very nicely done by Cabana, Dave.
Putting pressure on the neck, but Roderick frees his head from the hold and grabs hold of the arms of Cabana, and now he's got him in a world of hurt. Crossing the arms of Cabana.
Cabana really has that use of leverage mastered.
And he's out of the reach of Roderick Strong. Rolling back and back to his feet.
You got to give Roderick Strong credit for hanging with Colt Cabana when it comes to that European-style wrestling.
Well, Roderick Strong, a very versatile wrestler himself. He can strike, but he can also go hold for hold.
He definitely has a world of potential. This could be his year. Well, what just happened?
I heard a loud noise, and the ropes sort of started to sag a little bit, Jimmy. I think we might need some ring repairs after this matchup. Well, Roderick Strong with Colt Cabana up against the ropes. As you see, ring attendants are making their way to the ring. The match is continuing, though.
Ropes are definitely a lot looser. That was a real loud snap.
We could have a damaged ring here, and it could be a very dangerous situation for the combatants in this matchup as they're going chop for chop in the center of the ring, and back to the cravat goes Cabana. Well, this certainly adds a new dimension to the match if they've got a damaged ring to wrestle in.
I think we got to stop this match right now and take care of this ring. Maybe restart the match.
Look at the turnbuckle. It's almost diagonal in the corner.
This could be a very dangerous situation. These guys are risking their livelihood in that ring right now.
CM Punk tagged in, already not 100% himself, and now he's going to be wrestling in a ring that's not 100% either, as now Roderick Strong tags in Jack Evans.
I just hope they stay away from those ring ropes. They look like they're ready to fall at any point.
You got to wonder about the frame of the ring, if the ring can even hold up. We got 6 men in there.
You have a lot of weight in there. Jack Evans, though, it's not stopping him from trash talking. We got the ring crew down there.
You can tell Punk's being a little bit cautious, wondering about the condition of the ring, but still locking up with Jack Evans and tossing him down to the mat.
The ring could implode.
And it doesn't seem like Evans really cares.
Lots of trash talking going on from Evans. Oh, no, don't hit the ropes. Punk moves, shoulder block. Punk, no. Oh, you saw that giving those ropes.
Fearlessness out of these two wrestlers.
This takes a lot of guts.
Oh, talk about a lot of guts. Springboarding off those ropes. Right to the arm drag, but Punk wraps his legs around the head of Jack Evans. Well, it just shows how much this tournament means to these teams that even with a ring that might be broken, they're still giving it all they've got.
The winning team gets to book themselves in any match that they want. Individual matches, tag team matches, grudge matches, title matches, whatever they want. And they are risking their careers in this ring. Of course, things break. It happens. You've seen it during pro basketball games. Someone might dunk the ball and shatter the backboard. This is very similar. You've seen the thing that the guys kick the field goals through and football collapse during football games. Sometimes you have these malfunctions.
Punk with Jack Evans by the head, snaps him out of the corner, and connects with a drop kick to the back of the head. Goes for the cover here, but Austin Aries in to break it up, and he gets a forearm from Punk, and out to the floor he goes.
You know, CM Punk loves to get his hands on these Generation Next guys. He definitely wants revenge. If you've been watching Ring of Honor for the past several months, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Steve Corino tagged back in as Punk's setting up Evans for him. Yeah, the big question is if this ring's going to be able to hold up for this matchup, if it should even be permitted to continue. I guess that's at Mike Keener's discretion.
I think we should stop this match, Dave. It's not worth risking. I mean, even from Ring of Honor's perspective, these guys are very hot commodities for Ring of Honor, all 6 of them, and you can't afford injuries to these 6.
We have a whole lot of woe right there for Jack Evans as he's getting met with drop kicks from all 3 members of the opposite team. And that time in stereo. Carino with the cover. Roderick Strong in to break it up. Well, the referee is permitting this match to continue.
I think this has to go above the referee. I think that the ROH officials, the higher-ups, the management, I think they got to make the call themselves here. I mean, just take an intermission now. Intermission's up next anyways, and start this match in the second half. You can't have these guys in a ring like this.
Well, I guess if the wrestlers aren't fearful of their own safety in a damaged ring, I guess let them fight, let it continue. We want to see who's going to win this thing. As now Austin Aries tagged back in, and Punk in the same position Evans was just in, as now Aries drop kicking that bad knee of CM Punk.
Well, that's a hamstring. Aries right now, he assaulted the knee of CM Punk, but there he just kicked the hamstring. And that initial drop kick was right on the hamstring of CM Punk. He's trying to Charlie horse it up. Punk's going to be in a lot of pain.
Well, if he can't stand, he can't put any weight on that leg, then that could mean that's it for the team of the Second City Saints and Steve Carino. Goes for the enziguri. Aries ducks it, still holding onto the leg, and drives down across the knee and takes him over with a belly-to-back suplex as well.
This is just an overall assault on the legs of CM Punk. Of course, CM Punk already had that leg worked on earlier tonight by the Embassy. And hold on, Dave, I got Artie, our producer, in my earpiece. He's telling me right now, oh, you see those ropes almost collapse. Once again, they almost collapse. But he's telling me right now he has word from the ring crew. This ring can collapse almost at any time. One of the welding structures underneath the ring, on that ring post that you see I can't even spit it out, but that's leaning inwards. One of the weldings on that snapped, and this ring is in grave danger of collapsing at any moment.
Talk about high risk. Jack Evans getting high risk, going to work on that hamstring. Gets met with a chop from Punk, but high risk athletes putting their bodies on the line in a ring that is fully functional. And really going at it here with a damaged ring.
They can't whip him into that corner. No!
Right into that damaged corner goes CM Punk. Jack Evans, handspring, moonsault, wraps the legs around the head. Punk catches him and drops him down with the tombstone pile driver.
I got to admit it, Dave. I just want to see this match end right now. I don't want to see these athletes risking themselves anymore. I mean, my heart is racing right now. Every time they hit those ropes, every time they go into that corner, this ring could collapse at any time. We need an intermission to fix this ring.
Mike Keener putting the double count on both wrestlers as Steve Carino and Colt Cabana encourage Punk to muster up the energy to come and make the tag. Crawl toward his corner. Cabana extends the hand and Punk makes the tag. Evans tags in Aries as well. Colt Cabana going to work on Generation Next. Just measuring him for shots for both Aries and Strong. Head to head they go. Down goes Roderick Strong and Cabana's got Aries. Boots to the midsection of both of his opponents. And comes charging, taking Aries down.
Strong moved out of the way at the last moment. As you see the ring crew racing to the back, trying to get some reinforcements right now for that ring. I don't know what they're going to do.
Cabana walking those ropes in the corner, rolls through. In comes Carino. Going to work on Aries now. Sends Aries in. Elevates him back. Body drop for Austin Aries. Ducks underneath Roderick Strong's attempt. Kick to the back.
Steve Carino cleaning house on Generation Next. He's got his hands on Roderick Strong. The man who tried to take out his knee.
Going for the missile drop kick. Nobody home for Jack Evans.
Carino saw that coming.
And he's got Evans now. Power bomb in the center of the ring. Rolls him over. Carino picks him back up. A second power bomb from Carino.
You know Carino's enjoying this. The crowd calling for another one.
Well, this could be it for Jack Evans. Go for the cover, Carino. The match could be won right here. Another powerbomb coming up from Carino. And finally goes for the cover, but no.
Did you notice that steel ring post started leaning more into the ring?
You gotta wonder if the ring frame itself is damaged underneath, and every time these guys fall in the ring, it's even more dangerous than usual. Shining Wizard from CM Punk on Evans.
He blasted him with that. And it is, the ring frame is in danger of collapsing, as it is the welding structure that holds that ring frame in place, and it snapped. Punk with a Falcon Arrow, as these athletes just put it all on the line in this one. They're risking their careers in this ring.
All 6 men going at it. Roderick Strong and Steve Carino out on the floor now.
Don't go up to the ropes.
Taking a chance here. Punk has got Jack Evans.
This will collapse the ring if he hits the Pepsi clutch.
Well, Austin Aries making the save for his partner. He's got Punk on his shoulders.
I believe Aries went right to the leg of Punk, too.
Roderick Strong with Colt Cabana on his shoulder. And uses Cabana as a launching pad, moonsault, and driving the knees into the midsection of Cabana, and that's it.
Evans forced a pin on CM Punk. That is the biggest pinfall victory of Jack Evans' career.
Generation Next eliminates the Second City Saints and Steve Carino from the tournament.
Generation Next will be going to the finals. CM Punk is in a world of pain. That leg is aching in pain. Oh, what action. We just witnessed, and let's get this ring taken care of. What a win for Generation Next.
Hey everybody, it's Gary Michael Capetta. We're in Philadelphia. It's intermission time. As you can see, the ring has broken. It's going to take us a little bit of time to fix that ring. We may have a longer intermission, but it gives me an opportunity to speak to this gentleman. Jay Lethal, you're going for the pure title tonight. But first off, what happened earlier?
I don't know. I was attacked from behind, and as soon as I hit the ground, I was kicked right in the eye.
By who? Who did it?
It happened too quick. I wouldn't be able to tell you.
You didn't see anything?
No, not at all.
And talking about not seeing anything, you're going after, at least you're scheduled to go after, the pure title that's held by John Walters.
Yes.
And if you can't see it out of that eye, maybe
No. Tonight it will happen. You think this is gonna stop me? I've waited too long. Tonight is Jay Lethal's night.
All right, everybody. Jay Lethal, you seem more determined than if that didn't happen. We'll see later on tonight when Jay Lethal goes for the pure title. And now, Sean, take it away.
Thanks, GMC. What a great night of action so far. Six-man tournament. It's going off the chain, folks. But right now, I'm with two guys that had a great match earlier tonight, James Gibson and Spanky. Thanks for being here, folks. I got a question to ask. You had a great match. It was going well, but kind of fell at the end and came to one of the sticks. So how do you feel about losing in front of this big crowd here in Philly?
What kind of question's that?
Just asking what the fans want to know. I mean,
how do you think we feel? We feel like crap, all right? We're here because we got unfinished business in professional wrestling, all right? We're here to be the Ring of Honor champion. We're here for Austin Aries, BJ Whitmer, and Dan Moff, all right? We don't like losing. You know, as far as it goes, Spanky, look, in singles, I'm undefeated. You know, if we're going to try this tag team thing, I got to be able to depend on you. You got to get serious. We're supposed to be some type of dream team. And tonight you dropped the ball.
Jamie, I lost. If you want to call it dropping the ball, then I dropped the ball. But please don't think that I'm not being serious. I like to have fun, but when I'm in the ring, I'm giving it 110%. And you know I'm out during the week training, going to the ring, and I'm working out, Jamie. I'm giving it my all. And I know you're saying you're undefeated, and I want title shots too. And I know one of those wins is against me. But Jamie, don't think 10 times out of 10 you're gonna beat me. You're a hell of a wrestler. And I'm not gonna say I'm better than you. But Jamie, please don't think for a second that you're better than me, all right?
Calm down, man. You're taking this all wrong. I'm not trying to challenge you to a match. I thought we put our differences aside and we're going to be a team. All I'm saying is just take this stuff a little bit more serious. Stay focused. All right, this means a lot to me.
I'm sorry, Jim, you're right.
Before you go, Spanky, I had just one question. Trent Acid, what was that about?
That kid is a disrespectful little prick, and we're not going to mention his name. No. Thank you, but no.
Thank you for the time, guys. Well, back to the second half of the six-man tag team tournament. Here we go.
Well, in the time between matches, the ring crew has done its best to repair the ring as much as could be done to continue tonight's event. It is still a gigantic question mark as to whether or not it's going to be able to hold up for the duration of the evening, but right now we're ready for six-man tag team action once again. Another semi-final matchup in the tournament, as it will be the Rottweilers of Homicide, Ricky Reyes and Rocky Romero, to meet Samoa Joe, Vordell Walker, and the American Dragon, Ryan Danielson. At this time, hobbling his way back to the commentary position, CM Punk. Two grueling matches tonight. How's the hamstring?
Well, honestly, I think my hamstring is about in the same condition as this ring. You know, I was in there when the sucker broke, and honestly, it doesn't feel very safe. And speaking of not safe places to be, this referee has his hands full in this match. Lots of history here, lots of hatred.
Without a doubt, as we need to get one in and one out to start off this matchup. As it looks like Bryan Danielson wants his hands on the notorious 187 Homicide. What history between these two men? Of course, Homicide won that I Quit match at It All Begins, the first contest in their best-of-5 series. Homicide won that Wild Tate Fist matchup on February 19th in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Danielson then saved the sweep by winning the craziest Falls Count Anywhere matchup ever at the last show at the 3rd Anniversary Week, Part 3 in Chicago. Of course, the next bout in the best-of-5 will be signed soon, but whoever wins this tournament, if it's one of these two teams that comes out on top, they can choose the stipulation going into the next matchup between Danielson and Homicide.
That's definitely big news right there. And you know Homicide's wanting this match, the final match. He wants to be able to pick that stipulation, and he probably wants nothing more for that to be in New York City as well. And you know Danielson here means business when he's coming in, not for looking for a lockup, but he's got his fist cocked back.
Both men giving it all they've got on these strikes, but staying on their feet. As Danielson with a European uppercut finally sends Homicide down and quickly rolling underneath the bottom rope into the floor, getting a little frustrated. Samoa Joe starts advancing toward the Rottweiler's corner. The table is the only thing in the way right now.
Don't forget how much hatred there is between Homicide and Samoa Joe. I mean, this is a feud that's been going on for almost 2 years. Started in 2003, spilled over, and became violent in 2004. And here we are now, 2005, and it's still alive and well. These two just do not get along.
Look at the look of determination / hatred on the face of Bryan Danielson just waiting inside the ring as Homicide cautiously working his way back up to the apron to get back in the squared circle with Bryan Danielson.
Homicide, the leader of the Rottweilers, almost like an evil thug Santa Claus with his two little elves running about ringside. You got to believe what they want to do in this match, besides Homicide trying to take out one of the eyes of Bryan Danielson maybe, is getting Vordell Walker in that ring. Vordell Walker, somebody who has nothing to do with any of the rivalry between Joe and Homicide or Dragon and Homicide, but that's a baptism by fire if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, take nothing away from his ability. He has a lot of potential, but without a doubt he is the weaker link on that particular team in this matchup. And it would be a wise strategy for the Rottweilers to target Walker in this matchup, as right now they've got Bryan Danielson in their corner. Homicide spits in the direction of Samoa Joe, referee keeping him back as Homicide pounds away on Danielson.
Just peppering his forehead and his chest with those closed fists. Let's face it, Dave, this isn't about wrestling here at all. This is about a fight. This is about hatred. This is about two guys trying to hurt each other. And you see right here, Homicide cutting off the oxygen supply of American Dragon and tagging into Ricky Reyes.
Kicking away on Bryan Danielson and grabbing away at the face now. Well, another question on my mind, besides your hamstring, Punk, is what was up with you and Steve Corino at the end of your matchup having a few words? Is there something going on there?
Well, normally if Jimmy Bauer were here to ask me a question like that, I'd tell him to mind his own business and shut his big mouth. But Dave, me and you, we go way back. So the only thing I can really say is that it's family business. There's no heat between me and Corino, but we both got a little lippy towards the end there, him blaming that loss on me. But I think maybe if he had his head more in the game and a little bit less on his personal agendas, we might have come out on top.
Right now, Bryan Danielson with the headbutt, trying to work his way out of the corner of the Rottweilers, pounding away on Homicide.
I can't even say if he's trying to struggle to make a tag or if he's just trying to struggle to get at Homicide.
Probably a little bit of both. As the referee trying to keep Samoa Joe and Vordell Walker in their own corner, as Homicide back in there with Danielson.
Dave, I gotta disagree. If it came down to making a tag to save the win for his team or getting his hands on Homicide, I gotta think Bryan Danielson's getting his hands on Homicide.
Without a doubt.
I mean, take his appearance, for instance. And the man obviously does not care about anything right now except getting his hands on Homicide and getting his hand raised in this best of 5 series.
Reyes back in the ring. Pulls Danielson back to his feet and connects.
Shockingly enough, Danielson, the only man in the ring for his team thus far, getting absolutely dominated here by the Rottweilers.
And they're using that beard against him. Samoa Joe puts a stop to that with the kick to the back. Drawing a warning from Todd Sinclair, as now Rocky Romero sort of drawing Wardell Walker into the ring.
We have yet to see heavy outside interference from Julius Smokes yet tonight, but believe me, it most likely will happen. If you are a betting man, put your money on it, especially in this match with the heavy hitters that they have across the ring. So much hatred, Dave, so much heat.
Without a doubt, an ominous presence in the corner is Julius Smokes, as now the Rottweilers just kicking away at Bryan Danielson and cutting off that ring back rake right there from Romero.
Romero, all business, back rake to the front.
And again, grabbing hold of that beard, but Danielson with a slap right across the face. Forearm strikes now.
And you see right there, just like I said, you see Danielson go right back after Homicide and get stopped. His head is definitely not in this game. He is not about winning this match. He is about hurting Homicide. He's about getting his hands on Homicide.
Yeah, turning his back on the legal man inside the ring to get that shot in at Homicide.
A little bit of insight into what Bryan Danielson's thinking right now. I can only speculate. It's exactly how I feel about Jimmy Rave and the Embassy. The same odds and the same hatred. In my matchup, my first round matchup, I didn't care about the weapon of mass destruction. I didn't care about Ormond Tortuga. I cared about getting my hands on Jimmy Rave, and I did that at all costs.
Danielson with a European uppercut for Reyes. Once again staying on his feet, and again going right after Homicide. Kicking away at Homicide. As Reyes pulling Danielson away from the corner, trying to keep him grounded. Samoa Joe in, and the referee's losing control of this matchup. The issue between Homicide and Danielson in this matchup is lighting a little bit of a fire under both teams.
Seeing Bryan Danielson in such a state of disarray is actually quite shocking. He's a consummate professional. He's a wrestler's wrestler. I'd like to think the only thing he has on his mind is getting a title shot. I mean, Austin Aries is somebody he has bested in the past. He could be a top contender for that belt. All he has to do is be one of the winners of this trio tournament, but instead, the only thing he sees is vengeance.
Homicide slowly working his way back to Danielson, getting right in his face, and connects with possibly a close fist strike right there. And again, hammering away, but Danielson trying to shake off the effects. That's just giving him more energy to fire right back at Homicide, twice as hard. Down goes Homicide, back to his feet. Danielson sends him off, connects with the drop kick.
Hey,
Reyes gets
legally, I might add. Romero off the top rope, but drop kicked all the way into his corner is Dragon. Joe in House of Fire, leaping in Zaguri.
Tucked underneath, power slam from Samoa Joe. But Homicide able to kick out, going for the cross arm breaker right here.
Juji Gatami locked in. Homicide got nowhere to go.
Referee checking to see if Homicide needs to give it up, but no, Reyes saves the matchup.
Joe Homicide, part 13 is on. This is the feud that put Ring of Honor nearly on the map for brutality and violence. This is the feud that saw Samoa Joe bleed. This is the feud that saw Homicide try to give it his all at the first Do or Die show to try to win the title for his kid. This is the feud that sent Homicide over the edge. This is the reason the Rottweilers were formed.
Well, now Samoa Joe's latest protege right here, the victim of the Dragon Screw leg whip of Homicide, tagging Reyes back in. Pulls Walker back up, kicking away at the knee.
And like a shark to blood, Reyes is going to go right after that injured leg.
Tucks underneath the kick attempt. As now a little bit of power shown by Walker. He's got Reyes up on his shoulders now and spins him around, planting him in the center of the ring. Walker with the cover, but Homicide breaks it up.
Too many people in a trio tournament. You need to keep your eye on all your opponents, not just the one you're trying to pin. Too many guys trying to make saves here. Too much on stake. Too much on the line.
And don't forget, Julius Smokes at ringside as Homicide meets the guardrail right here.
Oh, and here we go. This is not unfamiliar territory for these two, Dave.
European uppercut on the floor from Danielson. Shades of that Wild Falls Count Anywhere matchup from Chicago once again here at the Trios Tournament.
So far during this best of 5 series, I'd say these two have spent more time outside the ring than inside.
And
there's
Julius
a man
Smokes putting in some forearm strikes to the back of Danielson out on the floor. And Samoa Joe goes soaring to take out Homicide and Julius Smokes on the floor.
Well, somebody should have told Julius Smokes a long time ago, you stick your nose in somebody else's business, it's bound to get knocked off at some point.
Wardell Walker and Ricky Reyes inside the ring. He's got him set up. Drives the knee down across the throat. Goes for the cover here. And the Rottweilers have won the matchup and advanced to the finals of the tournament to take on Generation Next. But the war continues. The match is over, but Danielson and Homicide still going at it. Suplex on the concrete floor.
Everybody back.
Introducing first, from Webster Hall in New York City, representing Special K, the team of Dixie and From Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing 219 pounds, Kevin Steen.
Six-man mayhem time as this six-man theme of the night continues. The rules of the match are simple. 2 men in the ring at a time. No tags are needed. When someone leaves the ring, someone else can just come in, and the first fall wins it. Ring of Honor's open door policy of trying out some of the hottest prospects in wrestling continues as we see B-Boy and Kevin Steen in this match. In addition, you have the serious side of Special K, Azrael and Dixie, and then Lacey's side of Special K, Izzy and Deranged with Cheech, Cloudy, and Lacey in their corner. This is a singles match though, so it will be interesting to see what happens if the members of the Special K factions collide. I'm joined by CM Punk, and Punk, it's been a rough night for you, but I'm looking forward to this match.
It's never an easy night being CM Punk, trust me. You got 2 members of Special K in there right now. Everybody else has dropped off the apron, and right off the bat, we start off with a bang. I mean, these 2 guys don't want to wrestle each other.
This is Izzy and Deranged. They are both part of Lacey Special K. Lacey wearing the business attire tonight, getting away from the Raven clothes. I don't know what that's all about. What do we got here? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This is the disrespect we've known from Special K throughout the years. That's absolutely sickening.
That's not too shocking, though. I mean, they come out to the ring with an entourage of pillheads
and Azrael, he's getting more serious. He's had enough. He's not going to tolerate that, just like the rest of the roster here in ROH.
Leg sweep takedown right into a Greco-Roman knuckle lock. You know, I know a couple of guys in the back who've been looking forward to this match for quite a while. They're big fans of the six-man mayhem. Nice Hurricane Rana right there. You know who those 2 guys are, Bauer?
I was about to ask.
Spanky and James Gibson, and I'm sure right now they got chairs in there somewhere behind the curtain, or maybe they're watching it on the monitor, but I know they told me earlier tonight, we were all at the gym, and they told me they're very much looking forward to this match.
Sure about that?
I'm positive.
Deranged going for a top rope Huma Karana. Azrael pushes him off, goes for the double stomp. Deranged moves. Comes in, tilt-a-whirl. No, into an arm drag. Nicely done. You know these factions of Special K would love nothing more to gain a win here. As Dixie now comes in, he's trying to get serious too, blocking those punches from Deranged. Levels him.
And that's the fast and furious action you're going to get out of a six-man mayhem like that. It's almost akin to the scramble matches that Ring of Honor made so famous in the early 2002.
Definitely a singles takeoff on the tag team scramble as Deranged is DDT'd out of the ring. Izzy back in on Dixie.
Right there is a perfect example of the rules. DDT'd all the way to the floor, Deranged, so Izzy comes right in.
Izzy and Dixie, they were former ROH tag team champions with each other.
Almost Lucha Libre style rules. You're going to see a lot of high-flying moves, a lot of moves, and a lot of names for moves that I don't know. And right there, almost a version of sliced bread number 2. And B-Boy hits the ring.
B-Boy, backbreaker by B-Boy. People have waited a long time to see him in ROH. Here comes Kevin Steen, a top prospect from the EWR promotion in Canada. We have a back and forth here.
Steen definitely the biggest guy in this match, which could become a factor. I mean, you're in there with a lot of high flyers. Steen known mostly for his power moves, I believe.
Looks like the ring's holding up as B-Boy testing that side.
Almost forgot about that ring, Bauer. Man, if there's ever a match to test out that ring, it's going to be this one. A lot of the guys in this match utilize those ropes. They need those ropes.
This is such an important match for Kevin Steen and B-Boy. If they lose, you might not see him in ROH again. If they win, they could earn a job, or at least future opportunities. As Azrael connects with that kick.
Conversely, if they lose, we may never see them again.
That is correct.
There's a collection of wrestlers on the floor. We got Azrael going up top, but he is stopped by Izzy. Izzy now going upstairs. Dangerous territory here.
What's going on here? Old man struggling. Izzy sacrificing his body with that moonsault dropkick on Azrael. Both men spill to the floor. Cheech there checking on Deranged. On the other side we have B-Boy, Izzy, and Kevin Steen. Who's going to end up in the ring? It's B-Boy and Izzy.
Izzy now setting up B-Boy. He's shooting him off, but B-Boy reverses.
Izzy now coming in, trying more of that lucha. No, he gets caught. Oh, nice though. Still takes down B-Boy.
Nice reversal of a reversal.
B-Boy's a hard hitter from the West Coast, and he power bombs Izzy into the corner. B-Boy spits on his hand and big slap.
Palm strike by B-Boy, now setting up for one of his signature maneuvers. Basement drop kick. Izzy to the floor. Who's going to take his place?
Azriel, B-Boy's got to watch his back in a match like this. The action is non-stop.
I can't say if B-Boy's ever been in a match that's this fast and furious.
He gets caught. Cobra clutch into a backbreaker. There's Kevin Steen to make the save. That's the thing about this match. You have to make sure no one's around when you go for that pinfall or submission attempt. Someone will inevitably break it up. Russian leg sweep by Steen.
A nice basic move.
John Cronus style with the leg drop.
Front flip into a leg drop, and then he gets kicked right in the mush. 2 boots of Deranged right in the ugly face of Kevin Steen. I mean, face it, he's not pretty. He's Canadian.
Oh, a low blow by Deranged, a cheap shot. It looked like he was going for the neck breaker. Paul Turner might want to get on that. Into the code red. There's Dixie to make the save.
There's bodies flying all over the place. Saves are being made left and right. Nice German.
A snap German by Dixie, beautifully executed. Deranged looking to crawl out as we have Izzy in now on Dixie.
2 factions of Special K colliding here.
The war of Special K is on. Oh, Izzy plants Dixie with that powerbomb. B-Boy with a big boot to the face, taking advantage of the opportunity, crosses the arms into a pile driver. There's Steen with an enziguri. Oh, this is Kevin Steen's finisher. Cradle into a pile driver. That could be it for B-Boy.
But he does not go for a cover.
Deranged trying to cave in the chest of Kevin Steen. Everyone's down. Deranged, he's got to take this opportunity to go for the win. He's got to stop playing around.
I think B-Boy might be dead.
Lacey yelling at Deranged as he is turned inside out from that clothesline by Azriel.
What's Azriel going for?
It's electric chair dangerous! Oh, I thought that was it.
Wait a second now. One of the factions of Special K that are actually clean now, trying to be more serious going at it, but that's the rules of this match.
They're going for the win. Wow, look at that by Kevin Steen. Nice variation of a suplex there.
That was a swinging Mr. Peepers driver.
What? What's Izzy and Deranged? Here's some of the teamwork from Lacey's faction. Nicely done.
Well, that was a double suplex. That I know. Don't quote me on the Peepers driver. I could be wrong.
Izzy sitting down on that brainbuster. Nice double brainbusters. Now they have B-Boy. We're seeing some good teamwork out of Lacey's team. What's this? B-Boy dumps them both on their heads.
B-Boy somehow almost as powerful as Rick Steiner.
Let's see if B-Boy can follow up. This is the opportunity he's waited for. One of the West Coast finest. Diamond Dust by Azriel.
B-Boy thought he got rid of the man by backdropping him to the floor, but Azriel, agile like a cat, landing on the apron, ascending the top rope to hit that maneuver. All men are down. Referee applying a count.
These men are competing for jobs. These men are competing for a spot up the roster, up the card. We have Steen in there with Deranged. Oh, he catches Deranged.
Steen says, no way. This is how we do things in Canada.
Tosses him.
I'm going to call that the unsafe overhead suplex.
Steen now tossing Deranged to the floor.
Can I get a dangerous?
Are you just making up these names, Punk?
Of course. Can I get a dangerous? That was dangerous. Did you see the way he landed on his upper head and neck?
I'm seeing this. Nice Liger dive over the top rope by Steen.
2 men left in the ring, Azrael and B-Boy. Death Valley driver attempt. No, into a crucifix. Nice pinning combination.
Simple and almost effective. There's that Death Valley driver. Cover.
B-Boy can't believe Azrael just escaped that Death Valley driver.
He's in shock. He's signaling maybe for that Shining Wizard.
Mine's better.
Well, you did blast Jack Evans earlier tonight. He's going for it. No, there's Kevin Steen to pull him out of the ring. What's Steen doing here?
He's probably going to kill somebody on accident.
Steen and B-Boy, this is a rematch from Do or Die 4. Oh, Steen gets planted, inverted DDT. And there's no padding there. That is where the steel meets the ring.
Completely unnecessary. Azrael now the only man in the ring. B-Boy on the floor looking to be in control. Sees Azrael.
B-Boy's got to take advantage of this opportunity. Everyone's down. B-Boy winning over this Philadelphia crowd. B-Boy setting Azrael up. Now he charges. No, Azrael ducks out of the Shining Wizard.
Another backdrop attempt. Azrael lands on his feet one more time.
Oh, vicious slap by Azrael. B-Boy cuts him off. Everyone's down on the floor.
Azrael is all over the place on that top rope. It appears that those ropes are super slippery.
But don't forget, there's some give in those ropes. They're a lot looser than the guys are used to. Double stop right on the head of B-Boy.
Right in the soft melon.
That could knock him out. Paul Turner with the 3 count. Azrael scores a big win. Maybe now Azrael and Dixie will start using music as they've been waiting for this big win. Azrael just got it right here in Philadelphia.
Fights his way out of it. Manages to double leg Jay Lethal. Going for the Rave Clash.
That's a Styles Clash. Come on. Look at Lethal climbing his way out of the ropes. Getting out of the hold. Beautifully done.
Jumping DDT. And I thought that was it, Bauer.
Not quite enough.
Looked like he broke Jimmy's neck.
What's Prince Nana doing? We've seen him do this in Jimmy Rave's last several matches.
Oh, he took his sport coat off. It means business.
Get him off the mic. This is just a distraction.
Get him off the apron.
Lethal's got him hooked with the dragon.
The referee is not in position. Low blow by Jimmy.
The referee did not see it. He was with Prince Nana. Rave after the low blow hits the Rave Clash.
And it's all fundamental now. Rolls the man over. 1, 2, 3.
How cheap is that? If Nana was not on the mic, the ref would not have been distracted, and Jimmy Rave would not have been able to get that low blow. Listen to Nana. He just keeps babbling on. Enough of this.
You know what? The winning streak for the embassy has been unbelievable. We're gonna party again like we partied last night.
Lethal's night.
Jimmy Rave, again, you're starting to see that frustration turn into desperation.
He's signaling for the Rave Clash. If he hits this Rave Clash on that injured rib cage, it's all over. Now Lethal, beautifully done. He's got him hooked. Dragon suplex. He hit the Dragon. Turns Rave over.
The biggest victory in Jay Lethal's career.
You said that right. This was definitely the biggest victory of Jay Lethal's career, but you know what? He could beat it later on tonight. Later on tonight, Jay Lethal versus John Walters for the Pure title. Prince Nana is irate right now, but Jay Lethal will be getting that title shot.
Jay Lethal, since Nana is a smarter man than you, I've already spoken to my lawyers. My attorneys say, John Walters, you can have the match anytime you want. Would you like it now or later? Bientone. That means right now.
Oh, what is this?
John Walters shaking hands and then stomping the ring cage.
Oh, what is this? The referee has to run back into the ring.
What's it gonna take? John Walters definitely softened up, definitely in trouble. Jay Lethal still clutching at those ribs though.
Here comes the Dragon!
Unable to get it. Oh, lung blower! All impact on the rib cage. A second lung blower. He's defeated many men with just one lung blower. A third one rattles the rib cage. What's he doing now? Rolling him into the ropes and grabbing the ropes for leverage. Totally legal since Lethal used all his rope breaks. John Walters retains.
In as cheap of a fashion as you'll find.
What a frustrating night this has to be for Jay Lethal. Your Pure champion is still John Walters despite an effort of a lifetime from the upcoming Jay Lethal.
Weighing 178 pounds,
Lethal, John Walters, here are the rules for the match. Make sure you both understand them fully. You each get 3 rope breaks to break up a pinfall or a submission attempt. Once you use those 3 rope breaks, the ropes are in play for your opponent to use, but you cannot use those ropes to break a pinfall or submission. There's a strict 20 count on the floor. There'd be no close fist strikes to the face. On the first close fist, you'll be penalized a rope break. On the second one, first one you'll get a warning, and the second one you'll be penalized. And if you have no rope breaks left, you'll be disqualified. The pure title can change hands on a count out or a disqualification. And there's one more rule tonight. It's that Prince Nana, in any seconds, must leave the ringside area before this match starts.
We are ready for our pure title match. Nana and Jimmy Ray being ejected. What's Nana say?
You failed to forget, as well as the rest of these idiots sitting in this area here, that Prince Nana has people in high places because I spoke to my lawyer myself. He's here, Mr. Bobby Goldstein, and he told me that me and Jimmy Rave can stay and be in the corner of your champion, Mr. John Walters. So my friend, you're incorrect, and I will be staying at ringside with the pure champion to see him defeat this guy.
All right, CM Punk has left the broadcast area. Prince Nana and Jimmy Ray saying the lawyers are letting him stay at ringside. And here's Punk. And look at Prince Nana and Jimmy Ray taking off. It looks like CM Punk chasing Prince Nana, hobbling on one leg. Oh, and look at Jimmy Ray. He's so proud of himself. Jimmy Ray remaining in the corner of John Walters. John Walters said, here comes Punk again. Jimmy Ray, oh, look at Rave run. Rave taking off. Punk almost got him. Oh, Punk risking the safety of the fans. CM Punk chasing Jimmy Rave out the front door of the building. If only Punk wasn't on one leg. Well, it looks like that'll take care of Prince Nana and Jimmy Ray being in the corner of John Walters. And it's a good thing we got the revolving broadcast booth going tonight, because Dave Brazak, you're going to have to call this match with me.
I know Punk was scheduled to do commentary on this matchup, but he just left the building trying to get his hands on Jimmy Rave. Well, this is a good opportunity right here for Jay Lethal, going after the pure title of John Walters. Takes him over with a big hip toss. And a second right here. Man, Punk's lost his mind, man.
Oh, no doubt. Punk chasing Jimmy Rave outside of the building. Jay Lethal, though, taking it to John Walters. We have to focus on this right now. Jay Lethal with one eye swelled shut from an attack earlier tonight from an unknown assailant. We are going to have to do an investigation and find out who attacked Jay Lethal. But I'm willing to bet it's someone either in the embassy or associated with the embassy trying to soften up Jay Lethal for this match.
Missile dropkick connects, but only 2. Yeah, you got to hand it to him just for even getting in that ring with that eye swollen shut. He's got about 50% of his vision, yet he's still doing battle in this ring. Big back body drop.
Jay Lethal showing a lot of heart and determination taking this match, but he is not going to let this opportunity at the pure title slip through his grasp as he is chasing John Walters. And don't forget, there is a 20 count on the outside in pure title matches, and the title can change hands on a count out.
Jay Lethal with chops across the chest of Walters, ramming him face first into the edge of the ring.
Jay Lethal has been at war with the embassy ever since the Weekend of Thunder, when he embarrassed the embassy by slapping Prince Nana. Since that time, Prince Nana hired those weapons of mass destruction to take out Lethal. They all failed. Lethal almost winning the pure title in New Jersey at the kickoff of the first anniversary celebration week. Beautiful submission there from Lethal on Walters. This could be it.
He's got the legs tied up. He's got the arms stretched out. We could have a submission right here, but makes his way to the ropes. That's the first rope break right there for John Walters.
That That's very big. John Walters using a rope break early in this match, giving Lethal an advantage right now. Of course, once you use up your 3 rope breaks, not only can the ropes no longer save you from a submission or pinfall attempt, but they are in play, and your opponent can use them to his advantage.
Shots to the midsection of Jay Lethal. Walters now. Back pat right over the shoulders with the chin breaker.
A definite turning point right there as Lethal had the advantage up until that high impact moment.
Down on the canvas now in a world of pain is Jay Lethal as Walters goes on the offensive. Shot right across the chest.
Vicious chops. John Walters looking very aggressive here. And you have to wonder, Dave, how the... Oh, we got a cover. No, just a 2 count. Another cover. But you have to wonder, Dave, is exactly... Maybe John Walters' game plan has been changed now that Prince Nana and Jimmy Rave aren't in his corner. He was prepared to wrestle this match with that support in his corner, and now he is without it.
You got to wonder if they factored in the possibility of CM Punk putting a stop to their shenanigans at ringside. But yes, he is going it alone and going to work on that eye of Lethal.
It definitely has to be a member of the Embassy that did it to Jay Lethal.
Hooking him now for a vertical suplex, drops him down to the canvas. Walters with the cover, hooks that leg, but only gets 2.
Lethal came so close in New Jersey to winning that Pure title. Don't forget, though, he wrestled Jimmy Rave right before he had to wrestle John Walters. That definitely softened up the rib cage. John Walters took advantage of it and scored the victory with those lung blowers on Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal will look to hit that Dragon Suplex. He has pinned many people with that Dragon Suplex. He is looking to add John Walters to that list.
Looking for the crucifix right here, and he gets it. 1, 2, now. Rolls his shoulders off the canvas. Back to his feet, going for the Rana. Walters blocks the attempt, ties up the legs once again, and sits back with it. Putting lots of pressure on the back and the legs of Lethal, struggling to make his way to the ropes, and uses his first rope break of the matchup.
That's one thing about these matches is early in the match you might want to maybe endure a little pain of being in that submission a little bit longer if you can find a reversal out of the submission hold instead of using the rope breaks. But in the early going of this one, we have seen John Walters and Jay Lethal each go to the ropes right away.
Clubbing forearm down across the back of Lethal as Walters is in command of the matchup. Takes his time before going for the cover. You got to hook the leg, man.
Well, you notice when he went for that cover, he also drove his forearm into that eye of Jay Lethal. That eye is definitely going to be a factor in this match.
Big running clothesline in the corner, pulls him out. And just driving the bottom of his leg down across the throat of Lethal, drawing a warning from Todd Sinclair. Struggling to breathe in that ring right now, in addition to struggling to be able to even see what he's doing.
That could definitely affect Jay Lethal's peripheral vision. Lethal battling back. He's got the dragon hook.
Nope.
No, Walters holding on to the ropes. That is not a rope break, and there's no submission or pin attempt. What's Walters doing here? Hoisting Lethal up. High impact connects.
Goes for the cover here, but no, Lethal able to kick out.
John Walters, he has been a proud Pure champion until he tainted that title reign by joining the Embassy. He won the belt against Doug Williams on August the 28th in a great match at Scramble Cage Melee. He had that memorable title defense against Nigel McGuinness at Glory by Honor 3. Things seemed to be going strong for John Walters. Then he joined the Embassy. He sold out. He took the money.
Gets the boot up into the face.
Oh, he's going for that lung blower. That's what won him the match. No, Lethal reverses out of it.
Takes the legs out from Walters, rolls him up, pinning predicament. No, Walters bridges up, gets his shoulders off the canvas, goes for the backslide now on Lethal. Only 2. Back to his feet, takes the legs out from Lethal, rolls into a pinning predicament himself. Lethal this time, bridging up and going for the backslide on Walters. 1, 2, now. Inside cradle this time. Wow, it looked like both men's shoulders might have been down on that attempt. This time Lethal rolls him up. Only 2. Both men back to their feet. Walters rolls up Lethal. No, back and forth they go. Both back to their feet. Faked him out on that punch attempt. Rolls him up.
Oh, hold on. John Walters did grab the ropes there.
That's at the referee's discretion.
That's a rope break.
referee did count that as a rope break right there.
John Walters perhaps on instinct, grabbing the ropes, wasting a second rope break. He only has one left as both men are down.
Todd Sinclair applies the double count. Both men very weakened by this point in the matchup. And you never know where that brawl between Jimmy Rave and CM Punk might have gone. They could be in the locker room. You never know if the Embassy might even come out once again here to ringside during this matchup. Chop right across the chest of Lethal.
Lethal scraping the skin off John Walters with those vicious chops.
Blocks the hip toss attempt, takes him over with the arm drag. Both men back to their feet, takes him down with the elbow. Drop kick from Jay Lethal.
Jay Lethal, that eye is not slowing him down. He has been super aggressive in this match.
Ducks his head, gets kicked in the shoulder, connects with the kick. Jay Lethal in command right now. He's got a nice flurry of offense. See if he can follow up. Title on the line.
Lethal's feeling it. Will this be his night? He used to be known as Hydro and Special K. He used to be into that partying lifestyle. Got serious under the tutelage of Samoa Joe. And we saw him with great efforts last year, and he suffered losses to guys like CM Punk. He took Too Cold Scorpio to the limit. He took Low-Key to the limit, but suffered losses, but learned lessons. And we'll see if it all pays off tonight. Powerbomb, 2 counts.
Oh, so very close to a new pure champion right there. Only 2 with the powerbomb. Lethal needs to follow up right here. He's got Walters down. He attempted to go for that dragon suplex earlier. Can he go for it again?
Lethal, the backbreaker. Another one. Looks to be going for some sort of a submission. Yes, camel clutch.
Looking to wear out that back as well, putting pressure on the neck, softening him up maybe for that dragon suplex. Walters was able to successfully counter out of the attempt as soon as he locked in the full Nelson, working his way toward trying to earn his first title here in Ring of Honor.
What a year of growth it's been for Jay Lethal. It could only be topped off by winning a belt. And John Walters now, look at that, still holding on. Crosses the arms. Lung blower. He had 3 of these to beat Lethal in New Jersey. Of course, he had to use the rope for leverage, which was legal because Lethal had used all his rope breaks, and he had a second one, Dave Prazak.
We see 3 right here. 3 lung blowers from John Walters. That could be it for Lethal right here. Goes for the cover. No, he kicks out.
The dream is not dead for Jay Lethal. Lethal, if he wasn't beat from that, what's it gonna take to beat him? I'm sensing title change. Could we see history tonight?
Places him on the top rope.
Oh, he could be going for a lung blower off the top.
Very dangerous position right here. He counters out of it and sends John Walters down to the canvas.
Cover! Not enough from Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal has to go for that dragon suplex. He's feeling it. These people in Philadelphia are behind him in this fast-paced pure title match.
Walters puts on the brakes, connects with the shot to the face.
He's going for more lung blowers. No, Lethal's gonna go for the dragon. Oh.
Countered once again. Connects with the lariat, turns him inside out. Lethal needs to follow up right here. He's just waiting for Walters to work his way back to his feet. He's got the crowd here in Philly behind him.
He hits it. Jay Lethal winning his first major singles title. You know what? Jay Lethal might win a lot of titles in his career, but he won his first major singles title right here in Ring of Honor. Your new pure champion, Jay Lethal.
And congratulated by his mentor Samoa Joe as they embrace in the center of the ring, new champion crown here in Philadelphia.
We are now ready for our finals. Generation Next, yeah, they're full of honor. They're looking for the handshake. They're looking to follow the code of honor. They aren't going to get that from the Rottweilers, though.
Well, Jimmy, looking at our format, CM Punk's scheduled to do commentary on this matchup, but he hasn't returned to the building. I don't know if he got his hands on Jimmy Rave, but if you don't mind, I'll step in here and fill in for this matchup as well.
That'll be a pleasure, Dave. I'm really looking forward to this one. There must be a winner, no time limit. Each member of the winning team will get to book themselves in any match if they want. Homicide, maybe he would use that to go after Bryan Danielson in a stipulation match of his choice. Maybe Razor Romero would use that to go after the tag titles. Perhaps Roderick Strong and Jack Evans could use that to go after the tag titles. And Austin Aries, he might even use that to be able to block somebody from getting a title shot at him. I mean, there's so many different variables, there's no telling what might come out of this, but the bottom line is the winning team will get to choose what matches they want to be in the future. As the bell is rung, we are underway. Jack Evans talking his trash to Homicide.
A lot of opportunity on the line in this matchup. As Evans may be getting a little bit serious, peels off the shirt to start things off with Homicide.
Jack Evans and Roderick Strong, no strangers to Homicide, as in fact one of my favorite tag team matches of 2004 was a Joe versus Punk 2, pitting Roderick Strong and Jack Evans against Homicide and Rocky Romero. We are going to find out who is the best faction in ROH. Is it Generation X? Is it the Rottweilers? Who will have bragging rights as a top faction? Jack Evans using his quickness against Homicide, who is also an extremely quick individual.
But if it comes down to a striking contest, Homicide will win. Acrobatic show, Jack Evans will win. Two different styles, but yeah, you're right. Homicide is very athletic himself. But you don't want to piss him off, and that might be just what Jack Evans is doing right here. And he's got the turnbuckle pad.
Jack Evans trying to frustrate Homicide. It might be working. Maybe that is Jack Evans' ploy here. Maybe he's smarter than we give him credit for. Of course, the third year of ROH was filled with so many great tag team matches. If you look at the 8-man at the Generation Next show, the great tag bouts such as Death Before Dishonor Part 1. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. It would take forever to list them all. So ROH, at the end of its third anniversary week, which concluded last week, decided to have this tournament to highlight this tag team wrestling, to determine who the top faction is. And we're going to find out right now as Homicide embarrassing the corner of Generation Next.
Well, we saw a clean break from Jack Evans, and Homicide took a swipe at the other members of Generation Next on the apron, as now they lock up once again, and Homicide grabs the side headlock, set to the ropes, pulls over Jack Evans with a shoulder tackle. And off the ropes once again he comes. Leapfrog from Evans. Homicide ducks underneath.
Little breakdancing there. And Jack Evans got a 2 count out of those mind games. Oh, he doesn't want to get into a forearm exchange, a striking exchange with Homicide, that's for sure.
That could be a huge mistake right there, and a strong knee right to the midsection of Evans. Follows in once again with a second. Homicide with Evans. Once again set to the ropes, ducks underneath the elbow attempt. Homicide catches him and plants him chest first to the canvas. Open hand strike down across the back of Evans and tags in Ricky Reyes.
Both teams have taken their shots tonight. They have taken a beating tonight, but both teams have had a lot of time to rest. So I don't know if the past matches are really going to play. Oh, what a vicious kick. As I was saying, I don't know if the past matches are going to play that big of a part in this match.
And thankfully, the ring has held up for the past few matches. It is still a big question mark. They might be going to work on each other in a ring that might not even be able to withstand this matchup. We can see it collapse before the end of this night.
I am nervous about the condition of the ring, I will admit that, although our ring crew did a phenomenal job of fixing the ring and keeping it in good condition for the rest of this show. Let's just keep our fingers crossed that it maintains until the end of the night.
Snapmares Evans over. Rocky Romero takes his time and comes running with the kick to the back. And right there, Roderick Strong taking a swipe at Romero. Referee making sure that Aries and Strong stay on the apron as they are not tagged in. And again, Homicide has that turnbuckle pad, looking to use it as a weapon.
Well, I think the bigger story is that Romero lost his composure after Strong hit him and gave up Jack Evans, tossed him into the corner so he could get in this slap exchange with Roderick Strong.
Boot to the midsection, chop right across the chest of Romero, sends him down to the canvas and out of the ring, and Homicide wants in.
Referee Mike Keener doing a great job maintaining control so far in this one.
Romero back inside the ring, locks up with Strong. Backs Roderick into the corner. Referee looking for the clean break. Will he get it? No. Shoulder block to the midsection of Roderick Strong. And again.
You can't expect a clean break from the Rottweilers.
Just slapping him across the face. Roderick fires right back and measures him for that forearm strike right to the jaw. Shot right across the chest once again. Pulls him back up, snap mares, Romero over. Evans sort of calling some shots out from the apron. Open hand strike to the back of Romero. And he's begging for mercy.
Roderick Strong should have made the tag while he had the opportunity. He's now wrenching the arm of Rocky Romero. Oh, look at that, blocking the hip toss. Romero now, nice takeover.
Very tenacious, takes him over with the head scissors and taking some time to pose while pulling back on the hold, wrenching the neck of Roderick Strong.
Real quick, we got to pay the bills. I'm going to make it very quick tonight. ROHWrestling.com, 215-781-2500. Those are the places you want to be for all your wrestling merchandise needs. Much more than ROH, Japanese merchandise, different indie promotions, WWE, you name it, we got it. The Straight Shooting Series, ROHWrestling.com.
Rocky Romero using the ropes for some leverage to counter out of the hold, takes Roderick Strong over, but he catches him right into a backbreaker across the knee. The messiah of the backbreaker going to work, running boot right to the mush.
Here comes Homicide. Homicide's the fresh man against Strong.
Forearm strikes, down goes Homicide. Grabs hold of the tights of Roderick Strong, sends him through the ropes into the floor, draws a warning from Mike Keener.
Meanwhile, Ricky Reyes is taking this opportunity to work on Strong on the outside.
Referee has his back turned to them on the floor. Again, laying down the law to Homicide as Roderick Strong on the other side of the ring in his own corner, about to work his way back onto the apron and back inside the ring.
Roderick Strong needs a tag. He is showing he's a tough individual here.
The referee needs to back Homicide up right here, and he gets that kick right to the face of Roderick Strong, grabs hold of the head and takes him down by the head, holding onto it. Submission predicament right here.
Great ring presence by Homicide. He didn't even give Strong a chance to reach up and make the tag. He was aggressive, immediately got him into the corner, into that submission. And he still has that wrenched in.
Referee checking the shoulders as well. Crucifix pin attempt right there, but couldn't keep him down. Reyes tagged back in. Down across the back of Roderick Strong, forearm strike to the jaw. Snap bears him over. Seated position, grabs hold of the chin lock, looking to wear him down, knee right into the back.
Oh, he was sticking his fingers into the nose of Roderick Strong. Keener calling for a break. Good job there.
Drops him down with the side slam and talking a little trash in the direction of the ROH World Champ. Lateral press, but not hooking the leg.
Of course, Jack Evans and Roderick Strong has come close to defeating Reyes and Romero for the tag titles on a couple occasions, most notably Weekend of Thunder Night 1. That match had the fans jumping out of their seats. However, Generation Next has been unable to score that big victory over the Reyes and Romero tandem.
Frequent tags on the side of the Rottweilers here as Rocky Romero back into the matchup, kicking away at Roderick Strong. Jack Evans beginning to lose his cool a little bit on the other side of the ring. He wants in this matchup, but Roderick not able to make a tag thus far. Double team strategy here by the Rottweilers. Homicide just measures him to drive the knee into the side of the face. Rolls him over, going for the cover. Aries in to break it up.
Oh, Homicide distracted by the Generation X corner. We haven't seen much of the ROH World Champion.
And he makes the tag. In comes Jack Evans. Now going to work on Homicide in their corner of the ring.
I don't think we've seen Austin Aries officially tag in yet, have we?
I don't believe so. As now it's Jack Evans. Handspring into the elbow. Connects and out to the floor he goes. Back to the apron. Springboard drop kick. Nice agility from Evans. Going for the cover here. But Reyes breaks it up.
Notice Evans gaining some experience, gaining some ring presence, pulling the Homicide into the middle of the ring before going for that pin. That's a veteran move right there by Evans.
Tags in Aries, finally.
And the world champ connects with the big elbow. Cover. Austin Aries has been impressive as ROH World Champion so far. Of course, that steel cage match we talked about earlier against Colt Cabana in New Jersey a couple of weeks ago, and he was able to defeat Samoa Joe in another great match last show in Chicago.
Brings himself back into the ring, connects with the elbow, gets a running start for that drop kick right to the face in the corner. Aries pulls him out of the corner, rolls him up, goes for the cover. No, broken up.
Be impressive.
Austin Aries has definitely been cautious in this tournament, picking his spots, making sure he's not on the receiving end of a lot of punishment, and that is a smart move from the world champion. He cannot afford to get hurt in a six-man title tournament like this, especially since he is heading to Austria and Switzerland next weekend to defend the ROH World title against the best of those countries.
Nice butterfly suplex right there from Roderick Strong. Looking to wear Homicide down. He's got the knee into the back. No doubt looking to soften up that back to hit several of his trademark backbreakers. That's why they call him the Messiah of that hold.
Austin Aries doing his best to continue to increase the prestige of the ROH World title, to make it more worldly known by going to Austria and Switzerland next weekend to defend the belt. He will be missing next week's Woodbridge, Connecticut event, so that should open up some interesting things to determine challengers next week.
Pulling up the shirt of Homicide to deliver that strike. Might have just ignited a little bit of a fire under Homicide, as now Roderick Strong snaps the neck of Homicide on that top rope.
Yeah, but look at this. Reyes and Romero taking that opportunity to dish out some punishment to Aries.
All six men going at it temporarily here as Mike Keener tries to restore order. Nice suplex right there from Reyes.
A gut wrench suplex, and Keener's got to do something here as he has lost control of this one.
Roderick Strong and Homicide battling out on the floor. Aries sent to the buckle.
We saw this double team earlier.
And once again they connect. Ricky Reyes with a leaping kick to the face.
That is the same move that busted open the mouth of Marcos, who is receiving stitches tonight as a result of that.
Homicide rolls back inside the ring. Austin Aries pulled up by the hair. Going for the overhead release belly-to-belly suplex.
Oh, he landed on his neck, I believe. Right now the world champion's in trouble and he is absorbing punishment. This is not where he wants to be.
Cradles the leg. Fisherman suplex, nice bridge. But Roderick Strong in to break it up.
I don't know, Artie's in my earpiece, our producer, and he's telling me that CM Punk is still all over the back looking for the embassy.
Hopefully he will get his hands on Jimmy Ray before the end of this night.
Well, that match will be signed soon. In the meantime, though, Austin Aries is taking a lot of punishment here.
Rocky Romero, the legal man, on the side of the Rottweilers here. Measure